What are you doing, Pumbaa? What are you doing? Yeah. Are you gonna bother me all video? I present to you cat butt. Hello friends and felines, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're venturing on my channel for the first time today. I now have cat hair all over me and all over my desk, but that's what this channel is all about. So for today's video, it's actually part 2 of my Raw Beauty Kristi week. Video 1 will be right up there. You guys can go check it out, and that was playing around with her collab with ColourPop, finally. And now I'm going to be playing, finally, with her collab with PUR. I've gotten this like a while ago. It's still in the box. Haven't touched it yet. Haven't filmed a video on it. Really late on this, but I'm actually going to be doing 2 different looks, so I might be wearing a different outfit for both of them. Might film them later today, maybe on a different day. But there are 2 sides to this palette. There is a colorful and a neutral side, so we're going to do 2 different looks with that and just see what my thoughts are on this palette. I don't really play around with PUR products too much, especially like their eyeshadow palette, so I'm interested to see how these perform. So if you guys are interested to see what kind of looks I create and what my thoughts are, then definitely keep on watching. So I went ahead and I primed my face, but I really wanted to try it on camera with you guys. This bad boy right here, I actually got an influencer box with a full-size Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation with SPF 50. So this bad boy right here was sent to me for free, like free, completely free from Influencer, and this is in the shade 1.5 Cream. It's $150. Yeah, $150 for a foundation. Like, I don't even, like, it looks expensive. Like, this packaging is just unreal. Like, it's just, I mean, prone to fingerprints, definitely. It looks like it might be a little light, but I'd rather be light than it be like too dark or too yellow on me, because then you can always just go in and bronze and kind of warm it up a bit. So we're going to go ahead and give this bad boy a try. I'm really hoping I love it. I've heard varying reviews on Tom Ford products, so we'll see. I think I'm going to do half my face with a makeup brush, my IT Cosmetics go-to foundation brush, and then the other half I'm going to use a wet beauty blender, and we're just going to go ahead and see what we think of this. Alright, hopefully this is going to be close to my shade. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the brush side first. Oh, it actually smells good. Like it smells like lotion or something. Well, I'm gonna see if this oxidizes and stuff. I mean, it's not too bad. I definitely have some foundations in my collection that are too light for me. But again, like, I don't think this definitely won't be a summer shade. This is definitely gonna be a winter shade. But I don't think it's too bad, and we'll see if it oxidizes at all or if it changes as I apply it or as it dries. I mean, it is like obviously a little light, but it's not too bad. I was really nervous at first. Like, it smells really nice though. I don't know if there's like actual like fragrance in here, because, you know, that might break you out if you're sensitive to fragrance and perfumes. But like, it doesn't smell like, you know, typical foundation chemical smells. Like, this is probably the best smelling foundation for sure that I have ever tried. It's like really blending into the skin. Like, it doesn't feel like I have foundation on. So it is a little bit more on the like watery side on the back of my hand, but I've had other foundations like that. And we're gonna go ahead and apply it with a sponge on this side. There are some foundations that I use that I like using a sponge better, or some foundations I like using a brush better. It just all depends, and through use of trial and error. That's kind of one layer of the foundation. It's still very wet right now, so I don't really see too much of a difference between the sides, but I think I like the brush side a little bit better. So far, I'm really liking this foundation. Definitely gonna have to wait to see how it looks when it's fully dry with concealer and set it with powder. And to see how it wears throughout the day, I have some errands to run today, but I'm really liking it. It's definitely not full coverage, so if that's your journey, this might not be for you. Also, it's $150, so really don't know if any of my immediate friends and family would be buying this foundation, but I really like it. I don't know if it's my next new favorite. I think my favorite foundation right now is the Anastasia Dewy foundation, but this one is getting up there. It's definitely dewy right now. We'll see if it dries down. Now the face is set and we're bronzed up, and it is looking really, really good. I am liking this foundation so far. It's still got a little bit of a dewiness to it, so it hasn't been completely mattified with the powder. But I wanted to go ahead and try a new blush I got from FabFitFun, I believe. This is the Phase Zero Making Moves blusher. A nice basic blush for today, so I want to go ahead and try this out and see how I like it or not. Definitely think it's very pigmented. Yes, it is. Very, very pigmented. Yes, that is a very, very pigmented blush. I'm going to try to blend that in with the bronzer. That is a really pretty color. Like one a little ham, but that's a really pretty color. Every time I use these Wet n Wild brushes, I feel like I'm playing the maracas because there's little beads in here. So I feel like I'm it's super pigmented, so I definitely have to make sure I go in with a light hand, but it's really pretty and it goes on smooth and it blends very nicely, so that's cool. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face so we can come back and hop right into the RawBeautyKrisit X PUR palette. Alright, so most of the face is all set and ready to go. I went ahead and primed my eyes. So now we're going to finally jump into the PUR X RawBeautyKrisit palette. This is what the outer packaging component looks like with a bunch of cute little doodles that RawBeautyKrisit created. Just especially love the cat one, obviously. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And again, the actual packaging has those same doodles on it. And like I said earlier, there are two sides. There is the colorful side right here, and then the more neutral side right here. So today we're gonna go ahead and play with the neutral side. I'm wearing a nice cream and mustard type color sweater today. Super cold today, but nice and bright and sunny outside. So there is a mustard shade in here that I think I might want to play around with. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to take a nice big fluffy brush and go into the shade right up here, which is called Camelot. And I'm going to put this real high up onto my brow bone for a little bit of color, because most of this is going to be browns and neutrals, so just a little bit of color to tie in with the sweater I'm wearing today. So like I said earlier, I haven't really played around with PUR eyeshadow palettes before, so I'm not really familiar with how their formula is. I know some people were questioning her ColourPop collab and saying that the mattes were kind of meh, but I thought they were all really nice. I think as long as you take your time and make sure you really blend and buff stuff out, you can make pretty much anything work. But that's just me. I mean, starting right off the bat, this is beautiful. It's pigmented, but also blendable. There is fallout in the pan, but again, I'm not really having any fallout on my face. I feel like I haven't filmed in forever, but I mean, technically I really haven't. I've been doing a lot of wedding venue tours and stuff, and just stressfully thinking about my wedding and exactly what all is gonna go down for that. And I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed. Just this month is busy. I would love to film more videos and do more creative Christmassy looks, but I think today's video might be the last one that I film, at least doing makeup, because we are getting really close to our move out time and we really have a lot more stuff to pack. I wiped off that same brush and I'm just gonna go in with the shade Copper Boxes right up here, which is kind of the lightest brown that's in here. And that's going to go directly below that shade that we just put on right here. And kind of marry the two of them together, which looks like it's going to go over pretty well. So like I said, today's look is just going to be a nice, basic, simple, neutral look. And then we'll film another one using the more colorful side. I feel like I've been doing, other than my green look that I did with the Blood Money palette, I feel like I've been doing a lot of neutral looks lately. And I feel like that's because you're gonna have a neutral look for your wedding, so I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want. Yeah, but so far these shades are blending out beautifully. I mean, The brown is going into that mustardy shade like no problem. These shades are just blending like a dream together. Maybe I'll do a halo eye today. There's only one like shimmer shade per side, so there's one right there, and then there's another one over on this side, and then the rest are all matte. I'm not mad that there's only like one shimmer per side because I really don't like palettes. I've got like majority of shimmers and then on with mattes, so you really can't make a comprehensive look out of that palette, you know? I think I'm gonna dab on a little bit of Told You down here, which is kind of like, looks like a rust color brown. And we're gonna put this on the inner and outer portions of the lid for that nice halo eye effect. I'm just gonna make sure I blend this in with that other brown I use and kind of blend it up into that crease. Just try to make this all like very comprehensive. Just kind of winging it today. So far I'm really liking this palette. I mean, these mattes are just like blending like a dream. They're beautiful, they're pigmented, they feel like soft and easy to work with. I'm just sad it took me this long to finally open it up and play with it because I am big in it. We'll just have to wait and see what the colorful side looks like because those look a little bit more neon-y and they might be a little bit harder to work with. Yeah, that's basically it. So now we're gonna take that shade Golden Ticket right here. Let's see. It's not the softest shimmer, but it's definitely not like the worst. So that's what it looks like right there. Just a nice gold shimmer. We're gonna pop that right on the center. That is pretty. It might not be the softest, but it is definitely a very pretty gold shimmer. Just like a basic gold shimmer. Nothing too fancy about it, nothing wrong with it. Just, you know, good. That is a nice, pretty, mustardy neutral shade, which works out perfectly for the sweater I'm wearing. Because I totally forgot what shades were actually in here, and I forgot that there was a mustard shade in here, and it goes good with my sweater. I love when things are all matchy-matchy. So that's basically the top portion of the eyes all complete. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward and just do like the same colors I did on the top of the eye, on the bottom, and kind of connect it all together. So I kind of took my lower lash eyeshadow a little too far down. That's my own bad. Not really feeling any eyeliner on the top. I am going to go in the waterline with, oh, are you kidding me? I was gonna go into my Raw Beauty Kristi X ColourPop Woodsy cream gel liner and it just broke. I haven't even used this yet. Like there's still some in here, but the tip broke off, so now it's like a weird shape. Oh my god. I just lost like a huge chunk of that. I'm so mad. So mad. Alright, just gonna take a little bit more of Golden Ticket and put this on the middle portion of the lower lash line. Right there to kind of tying that halo eye effect, and a little bit in the inner corner. So that's pretty much the eyeshadow portion all complete. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this look up and give you my final thoughts on this look before we hop over into the more colorful look. Alright friends, that is this neutral look all complete. I went in with the style Siren in House of Lashes. I also went in with the Kylie lip liner in Apricot and the Raw Beauty Kristi X ColourPop Luxe Gloss in Wildflower. So that is the neutral look. Let's go ahead and hop into the colorful side. Hello friends, so today is my day 2 of filming, but I put it all into one video for you guys. So today we are going to go in with the colorful side today and play around with some of these more bright and fun shades. Yep, that's right, Artemis. You always interrupt me when I start talking. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and play around with these shades today. Kind of want to do some sort of like sunset thing with a cut crease. I don't know how it's going to work out. I saw it while I was scrolling around on Instagram, so I will mention that person down below and tag their Instagram. So we're gonna try and create that look today. We'll see what happens. Might be a total disaster, but let's just wing it. I'm like running out of brushes. I need to clean them really badly. Alright, so the first shade we're gonna go in with is Garden State right up here. And I'm gonna try to go for a different shape today. I don't really want to go angled with my eyeshadow. I want it to be kind of just circular and stay within here. We're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna see how these like brighter neon shades perform compared to the other neutral side. So this Garden State shade is gonna go right up here, immediately coming out pigmented. Hopefully it will be blendable and not too splotchy. I'm like really shaky today and I don't know why. Like I had food, haven't had any caffeine, so I don't really know what the deal is. Alright, so it came out of the gate pretty like pigmented, but now that I'm blending it, it's kind of like dulling down a little bit, which actually works for me because I don't want it to be like too intense to begin with. Excuse me, that's rude. Hello?
This is an urgent message for the vehicle owner. Stop calling me.
Alright, with that first shade being laid down, I'm going to go in with Hurtful down here, which is that deeper blue, and that's going to go directly below that. I don't know, my thing is with like going on Instagram or YouTube or whatever to try to find inspiration for makeup, it's just like really hard because you see something and you're like, it looks really good, and then you try to do it on you and it just doesn't work with your eye shape, or it just doesn't turn out good in general. Something that seems simple online or in pictures can actually be like really hard to mimic. It's almost like if you go to the store and you see this beautiful dress or something on a mannequin, you're like, yes, I need this. And then you go and try it on and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm not a size 0 hourglass figure and this looks like crap on me. It's kind of like that, but with makeup. Like that's kind of my dilemma right now. Like I haven't gone wedding dress shopping yet. Like that won't be for a while. But it's like when you look at all these pictures, all of the dresses look amazing because they're all on like twigs. Like they rarely, I mean there are some, but they rarely show any like bigger people, or not even just bigger, but just average people that aren't plus size but aren't twigs. Like they always just show twigs in dresses. And that's just kind of aggravating because you think it's gonna look pretty on you, but then you just realize it doesn't work with your figure. Like I kind of know the style I want to go for that's going to complement my figure and kind of like hide my hips. Because I kind of have an hourglass shape. It's just a really squished down hourglass. It's like ribs and then hips. There's like no torso. So mermaid style or form-fitting dresses probably aren't going to be good for me. Okay, so I think that is the blue laid down, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt to cut the crease. I've been doing a lot of like technical stuff lately, like cutting creases and halo eyes. I mean, they're not like technical, but like there are techniques you should know and be able to practice and do, especially if you are an actual makeup artist, which I'm not. So I'm going to like just fast forward and cut the crease and come back for the other colors. So there's the cut crease. Not too bad. I think it's just the key is to use a lot more. I just cut the crease today using my Tarte Shape Tape. So as that's drying down a little bit, it's still very wet. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. Gonna go in with that shade right there, Hurtful, and put this right on my lash line. Hopefully not going as far down and crazy as I did yesterday or, you know, earlier in this video with the neutral side, but there are no promises with that. So the shades I'm going to be doing up here are going to be like pink, red, yellow, kind of like sunset colors. So I'm going to use those same colors down on the lower lash line. There, not as crazy as it was earlier. So now I'm going to take that Side Effect bright pink shade and I'm going to carefully put that at the very top of the crease, trying to make sure that they have like very distinct lines between that blue and that pink. We shall see how that goes. This pink is definitely bright. Like I'm always worried about neons because I feel like they are very iffy on if they have a good quality formula or not, but I think these are working pretty well so far. Cool. I think it's working out. That would be a first. I think it helps that this concealer is still wet because I did put a lot down. So it's making sure it's like keeping it where it should be. Okay, so with that pink laid down, I just did a very like little line. I'm gonna go in with Flavor Town up here, which is that red shade, and that's gonna go below that pink shade right there. Kind of going with all packing brushes right now to really make sure it gets on the lid. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit the orange, which is, am I orange? Which is a question I often don't realize until after I'm editing a video and see it up on YouTube. Then I realize my contour game is not great. Just want to do a little bit of this because I want to make sure there's enough room for the yellow at the very center. But honestly, like, this palette is really good. Like, these shades are really nice. Apparently Artemis agrees. And I'm not really worrying about how the outside looks like right now because hopefully, I always say I'm going to do a big black wing, but then I never really do a big wing. So hopefully this time it'll actually be a big wing. Okay, so in the very center, we're going to go in with Dandelion, that yellow shade right there, which is totally different than the other mustardy shade that's on the other side. People are like, these shades look very similar. They're definitely different. And that is a pigmented yellow. Like, yellows are really hard to do, and that one is just going on amazingly and really pulling this whole sunset vibe together. Just want to kind of make that pink seem a little bit softer out here. Wow, I'm actually kind of liking this, and it's turning out a lot better than I thought it would. Definitely not the best, but it's getting there. So now I'm going to go in the inner corner, and I'm going to go in with the shade Cafe Disco right here. Oh, this just looks so pretty. Like, just, oh, that looks so pretty. It's like very blinding, but like kind of got a pink hue to it, which will work with the pink in the eyeshadow look. It's really weird though because I've packed up all of my makeup except for one item of each step of my makeup routine. For other stuff, like I only have one other occasion where I'm gonna need to wear makeup before we actually move out. So like all my drawers behind me are pretty much empty, and it's kind of exciting, but also like kind of stressful. Like I might get my boxy charms hopefully before we move, and I might be able to film a quick unboxing video. We shall see. Alright, so that is the sunset eye all complete. Now we're just gonna hopefully do a big wing, some lashes and mascara, and come back to figure out what I want to do for a lip. Guys, this is probably like the best cut crease I've ever done. I mean, definitely room for improvement and stuff, but like it's getting there, and I'm enjoying this look a lot. Alright, so now we just have lips, and I was trying to figure out what kind of new lip I wanted to go for, and I was thinking more of just like a very bare hint of pink kind of lip. So I decided to swatch a couple from my vault, which has not been packed away yet, and I'm going to go with Butt Naked, this little mini shade right here. And it's kind of probably going to blend in with my skin, but the whole focus is on the eyes, so I really don't want my lips to stand out. My lips are like crusty and dry. I need to do a lip scrub. Yeah, that's a cute nude lip, basically nude. It like blends in, but again, the focus is on the eyes. And I'm going to go over it with the Gloss Bomb in Fussy by Fenty Beauty. I don't even know if I've used this one yet, or if I have, I've only used it once, because I always just use Diamond Milk instead. I love these lip glosses so much. Alright, that is this sunset look all complete. Let's go ahead and lock it in. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into that montage. Alright friends, that is this 2 looks with 1 palette video all complete. I'm so happy that I picked up this palette, and I'm so happy again for RawBeautyKrisit for getting 2 collabs within this crazy jam-packed year, as well as her moving to her new house and her new baby boy. I'm so obsessed with all of her posts on Instagram stories. I'm just so obsessed, and I can't wait to get more information and hear about her crazy birth story that apparently happened. I don't know, but I'm just glad she's enjoying being a mother so far, and I'm just so happy for her. Now when it comes to the palette, you know, I heard a lot of mixed reviews over this. I barely have any PUR eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like every one that I do is a collab. The PUR collab with BoxyCharm was kind of meh. The PUR X Barbie palette was just complete crap. That one wasn't good. They did a second collection apparently, and I was not going to try any of that. But this one, I dig this one. It must have just be all RawBeautyKrisit and just how amazing of a person she is for coming out with this palette and this formula. I like that there are only 2 shimmers, especially with a small 9-pan palette like this, or like 9-pan on each side, because I don't like too many shimmers. You can't create a comprehensive look. You know, I'd rather have more mattes. The neutral side, I mean, they're all great. They're all like very fun colors, all very Kristi. This is kind of similar to like her at Forest Site with some of the browns, like the mustard yellow. But again, like you never know what's going to go on. You don't know if she was going to get 2 collabs in the same year. It's just what it is. And then this side is just very colorful. I love it. It works amazing. Neons can be a little questionable as well as yellows, and she nailed it. I love this. I love this look a lot more than the neutral side turned out, but that was just my own fault. But I think I would probably use the neutral side more often unless I want to do a fun, colorful look like this. Well, that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. Like my very special Merry Christmas giveaway starting next week. Alright, I love you guys. And if you subscribe to my channel, I welcome you to Feline family. Bye! Alright, so now I'm going to kind of, what shades I'm going to be